Okay, these are stars that have been rolled up to 1/4 inch using the 2 bucket bottom method. At a 1/4 inch I switched to rolling in my star roller, and I also switched to using the Toro method. So I'll put the stars into the roller. I've mixed up 1 tablespoon of composition to 2 tablespoons of water. That's the ratio I typically use for Toro slurry. That's what I'm going to wet the stars with. It's very, very important that I only add enough to get the surface of the stars wet, but not because when I put this in there, it'll thicken up, and if I put too much in there, it will stick all the stars together in one big glopping clump in there, which is a huge mess. I'm going to add the Toro, actually mostly to the surface of the drum, right in front of where the stars are. And I'm just going to drizzle a little in there, right onto the drum. And let the stars pick that up. That is a 1/2 tablespoonful that I've now added. And I'm going to see if the stars will pick that up and collect it all off the surface of the drum. The stars are getting glistening wet. That's probably all I'm going to add of that right now. I'm going to be sizing this batch up to 9/32. Now I'm just going to put on, the surface of the drum is just gray, the stars are glistening black, and I'm going to just sprinkle on a little bit of composition right onto the stars and let those tumble and see if it'll pick it all up. Just going to let that run for a minute. And that has picked up all of that composition, and the stars don't look too damp. There's just a little bit of loose composition in there. What I want to do is just want to bring this increment up 1/32 from 1/4 inch to 9/32. If I have some that don't get up to that desired size of 9/32 with just the Toro and the first edition of composition, I'll spritz them just a little bit with either water or the dextrin liquor, the small ones, and I will bring them up to the 9/32. So let's see. Yeah, that has not brought them up to size yet. So I'm going to spritz them just a little bit with dextrin liquor. And that's got them looking pretty hard and wet again. I'm going to let them roll to fully disperse all that moisture in there. And then I will just add a little more composition. Typically, one increment like this, raising the size of the stars a 32nd, Doesn't take more than 15 or 20 minutes, and then I'll put them in the dryer, dry them completely for a couple hours, and then I can put on another increment. The final increment on these stars, since my desired final finished size is 5/16 for 4-inch stars, the final increment, taking it from the 9/32 up to 5/16 will be primed. This is the last increment of star composition that I'll add. A little hit with the bristle brush will clean any excess composition off the drum wall. The drum is staying very nice and clean. And I'll see if I'm getting up to my 9/32 yet. No, not really. Well, a few of them are. Probably do a couple more doses of the dextrin liquor. As I just let the stars sit there and roll, they will gradually take up composition without even adding more of the solvent. It sort of pulls the moisture right out from the inner parts of the star up to the surface, and it picks up more composition. And it'll keep doing that until at a certain point it will not pick up any more comp. But it can be sort of surprising how much composition you can keep adding if you just let them keep rolling and pounding that moisture right up to the surface of the star. Let's see how we're doing now. Now I'm starting to get a fair number of stars which are sitting on the screen. It's nice to have a large tub to empty the stars out of the screen into that are up to size. Anything that falls through the screen will just go right back into the mixer for another misting and dusting. Well, that's the last few of them that I wanted to bring up to size. And in fact, they are all sitting on top of the screen now, except for a few little odds bits and pieces. So all of those stars now, there, are up to the 9/32 size. I'll dry those and then I'll bring them up to 5/16 with prime, dry them, and those stars will be done.